in that dramatic clash in Auckland last weekend, and all very interesting. Bit of angst on the stage between Taylor and Cadby. Here Cody Harris, talented New Zealander, his chance to shine. I reckon he could be a really, really good player, yet to show it on the big stage. Well, they don't come any bigger than playing in Melbourne against the greatest of them all, Phil Taylor. I know you were at the official launch, hosted by Fox Sports last night here in Melbourne. You had a good catch-up with Phil Taylor.
I did. I had a really good relationship with Phil. I met him before when I was playing in England. And a couple of years ago at the Sydney Masters, we went to Doyle's restaurant in Sydney and done a wonderful interview and spent some time with him. So it was great to see him. Like Adam Peacock just said, GOAT, greatest of all time. And it'll be sad when he does leave the scene, but all good things do have to come to an end.
57 last Sunday, Taylor. He is a good player, you know, Mark, Cody Harris.
New Zealander, 31 years of age.
140.
Lets himself down on the big stage.
Comes from a family of dart players, and we were talking about before about, here we go.
This is what he can do.
140.
I was reading today how, and we spoke about it earlier on, how back in the day in the 80s and all that, people here in Australia seeing the great Eric Bristow do his stuff really sort of propelled the popularity of the sport. And I was reading today that his father played against Eric Bristow when Eric toured New Zealand, so it was a wonderful story.
Well, Cody Harris, and along with another Kiwi, Darren Heroini, who we saw put up a great performance against Taylor in Auckland last week. They're going to have a go at qualifying school in England in January to try and win a prize PDC Tour card and go and play over in the UK and Europe full time. That's the aim. But Taylor for the opening leg.
There we go.
Gets there in the end. And his last competitive action will be the World Championship at the end of the year, Taylor.
Yep. He's going out in good company. We saw the great Usain Bolt retire after the World Championships in London. And we're going to have the greatest of all time here in this sport retiring as well. But speaking to him last night at that launch at Shane Warne's Club 23, he seems to be ready. He said, you know, he can see, you know, passes beyond where he never saw that before. So it's always better to finish when you still know that basically you can hold your own.
It's fair to say, with the desire still there to win, the hunger perhaps isn't. But you know, the World Match Play at Blackpool that he won in July, it is an old tired old cliche in many ways, but he rolled back the years, Paul. You know, his performance to win a 16th World Match Play, to add to a 16th World Championship, it was just something else. And he just has the ability, even now, to raise it to another level.
He does.
When he wants to.
From a mental perspective, he's so strong. He always has been so strong. And if you look at his record, there's no one in darts history who's got a better head-to-head against him. And I think just now, as it comes towards this, he needs that little bit of fire, needs that little bit of spark, you know, to get him going. Those competitive juices come back flowing. But what else is there more to say about the guy? It's just it would be great for himself, and I think it'd be great for darts as well, that he does bow out and win in December.
He'll be trying. Michael McGurlin, Gary Anderson, Adrian Lewis, Peter Wright and all will have a word or two to say about it. Well, is it going to be last dart in hand again? Well, a chance here for Cody Harris. Treble 19 the target. Yep. Double 6 for the Kiwi.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Super
That's
play.
what he can do. That's what he can do. When the New Zealand Masters in June. Cody Harris, the first World Championship qualifier as well, will represent New Zealand at the Alexandra Palace.
60.
In December. Perfect lie for Taylor.
139.
Very focused Taylor tonight. The meltdown, the contentious match with Corey Cadby in Auckland. It's been on his mind a little.
97.
Wants to put that right here in Melbourne. Likes to be the first winner of a tournament.
Does.
First
We
one.
saw in the Sydney Masters, he won the third, he won 4 straight.
170.
Speaking on behalf of Australians, like I said to you before, we love it when the real legends of any sport come down here and they perform when they're down here as well. And Phil has definitely done that.
We've had some Premier League soccer clubs on pre-season tours.
Yeah.
It's a massive crowd.
Huge. The Premier League could not be more popular than it is down here. We've had Manchester United tour here, Liverpool, who are the biggest supported club, it pains me to say, in the whole of Australia, and Arsenal just recently played against 2 of our local sides, Sydney FC and Western Sydney Wanderers, at the ANZ Stadium, the old Olympic Stadium for those listening around the world, and both times packed houses, 87,000 people. It's just grown and grown and grown in popularity. 25th anniversary this August, and since the Premier League started way back in 1992-93. Seems like yesterday, but it's not. And it's been an amazing success, and long may it continue.
How many years did you play?
42.
Well, started in that first season and finished in 2003, so 11 years. It wasn't the finish that I'm hoping for Phil Taylor. It was finished for me, I'll put it that way. But very, very fortunate, very, very lucky to live the life that I did, and it is down to England and the Premier League, and I'll forever be thankful for that.
Yeah, good dance from Harris. Giving Taylor a run for his money here.
140.
Well, took out 126 to win the second leg. Brilliant. Yeah, it is. It is in Cody. Double 16. Yeah, well, his mate Darren Herowini took 4 legs off Taylor a week ago in New Zealand. Not a lot wrong with the throw of Cody Harris. just flicked the flight. You could see the deflection.
85.
Pressure on Taylor here. A typical Taylor response.
140.
Playing well, you know, really good standard this. Phil Taylor averaging 101. Cody Harris 95. Yet to have a 180 in the match.
140.
Much needed 140. Taylor under pressure on his throw. Tower 14, I think he's looking at. Wasn't far away.
94. Food was 76.
Bit of pressure on the power. One dart. Harris is waiting.
How many times he must have done that throughout his career?
Oh, absolutely.
Right after you said as well, under pressure here.
After Cody Harris stood behind him, was thinking, go on.
100.
He left tops to break the Taylor throw. Made his living out of throwing darts like that. Pretty good living as well.
Is it hard to imagine Stuart darts without him?
Well, I guess so. I mean, he has been for so many years.
Top man.
100.
Yeah, in the world of darts. You know, Michael Van Gerwen has come along now and he's taken over Taylor's mantle. Without doubt, you know, I've said it on a couple of occasions, but Taylor's the greatest ever, but for me, Van Gerwen's the best I've ever seen. Van Gerwen will look to carry that mantle and dominate the sport of darts, very much like Taylor has, but you just can't see anybody getting close to 16 World Championship.
140.
There's a lot of talent coming through. Taylor will leave his legacy. The rest have already picked up the mantle.
If there was one thing that you'll remember more than anything about Phil Taylor, what would that be?
Oh, do you know what? What I was mentioning before. The way that he, just a month or so ago,
97.
at the age of 56, swept all aside to win that world match play when, you know, it was looking like he would bow out, not winning a big TV event for over 3 years, but
59. Food was 64.
Taylor with a chance here. Is he going to... One dart again, one dart in hand.
42.
A chance here for Harris.
82.
Yeah, he won against the odds at the age of 56 and dominated that tournament. Oh, that's an error. Really could be a costly error as well for Cody Harris. Well, that's awkward. You can see there, Taylor. The fly to the dart is blocking 75% of that bed.
No score.
It was always going to be nigh on impossible, the angle that first dart went in. But another chance for Harris to level.
Good game this one, Stuart.
Yeah. 3 out of 5 on the doubles, Harris. Taylor, 3 out of 12.
100.
Still, the atmosphere went up a notch or two, didn't it?
Always does when he enters the arena, always does.
25.
Taylor being pushed here, as he was in the first round by another Kiwi
140.
a week ago in Auckland. Still some tickets left for Saturday and Sunday here in Melbourne. I can promise you a terrific night out. Of course, we go to Perth next weekend. Here comes Taylor.
139. $140, 122.
Yep, that's a beauty. Double seven for Taylor.
108.
If Harris can just find a big score here to put pressure on, not the easiest double on the board. Double seven for Taylor.
100 for 114.
Enjoy this, all seven legs, one on throw. That's a slip. Yeah, a week ago in New Zealand, he got himself into a really good position against the Aussie Simon Whitlock. Got four apiece. He then missed darts to force a deciding leg and
54.
ended up losing 6-4. Another tale of what might have been for Cody Harris.
We've seen that quite a few times tonight. Got it.
First maximum of the match. When you want to hit them against the darts.
We saw it in the first game with David Marlin. Big opportunity.
135.
Kohak Kakiri as well against James Wade. Even the last game with Platt, 2-0 up.
140.
Nearly getting a 9-darter. But Taylor here just finding an extra gear when it really matters. 102 average.
137. Very wide, 41.
Possible 11-dart leg here to take control.
Ooh.
25.
There's 13 missed darts and double from Taylor.
32.
This would be something. Treble 19 would have left the ball, so Taylor will return, looking for that all-important
64.
first break and throw.
60.
Good dart.
Very good dart.
So all of a sudden the match turned on its head. Taylor will throw for the win.
Still feels good.
Yeah, well, coming up next, by the way, Raymond van Barneveld against Corey Cadby. Now,
This is one we talked about before, didn't we? We talked about upsets, but it wouldn't really be an upset considering the form of Cadbury at the moment, would it?
No, Cadby's playing so well. But interesting, last week in Auckland, Taylor beat Barney in a deciding leg.
100.
And, of course, lost to Corey Cadby. I wonder what... Are we going to get another Taylor-Barney clash, or are we going to get a Taylor-Corey Cadby again after the shenanigans on the stage in New Zealand? Six World Series tournaments without a win, Phil Taylor. Sydney last year, the last time that Taylor won in the World Series.
121.
The crowd shouting for Michael Van Gerwen there, brought a right smile to the face of Phil Taylor. Of course, Van Gerwen absent from the World Series. This triple header, having just become a dad for the first time.
Yeah, and Adrian Lewis as well.
Yeah.
41.
Changes your life, Stuart.
85. Going to Uruguay 80.
Well, this to stay in it, this to break the throw. Could have one dart at tops. His finishing has been spot on so far.
60. Uruguay 56.
Well, there's that with chance, and has it come and gone. For the match.
Got it.
Shot.
All right, we've seen it, Stuart, haven't we?
Yeah, Phil Taylor goes through and quite rightly applauds the performance of Cody Harris. The New Zealander playing extremely well.